Hello guys, so this is the in-depth tutorial of my tool that I just released. So let's make 4 characters for France. So we have named the characters. Now is choose the ideology. Let's stick with conservatism for cool guy. Communism he'll be a Stalinist. Fascism be no, actually fuck it, let's create a new ideology. Let's name it. And also let's change the color to something fun. Oh yeah, that is this guy's color, you know. Okay, perfect. Now we generate all output. So as you can see here, this is the characters text file that will go in common/characters. This is the GFX file. This will go in our friends file. This will go into our localization, and these are the new ideologies. First thing we're going to do, we're going to create the mod. Let's create it, and here we have it. We are currently inside of our mod, and now let's create the mod structure. Name it common, and inside of common we'll need a characters folder. Let's paste it over from vanilla. Let's see, characters, it should be spelled like this. We'll need to make a new file. This will be our new characters. Friends new. I just copied over the base game characters files, you know, because I often misspell characters. You don't need to do that, but it is a smart thing to do, to be fair. So let's delete everything in here and open our modding tool. As you can see, our great modding tool has created this. This is the characters file that actually sets up the characters. So let's copy that. Now we go to this is in our mod folder, and we paste it in here, and we press save, Ctrl S. This is the GFX file entry. This is so the game knows where to look for the portraits. So right now, when the game will want portraits, it will search in GFX, leaders, France, and find this portrait. Now this portrait doesn't exist, and without this tool, you would have to like manually create all of these DDS files and place them in the folder. But with this tool, we just download placeholder DDS files. And here we have our brand new downloaded DDS files. So we need to get them all, and we need to either copy or cut them into our mod. Now we're back inside our mod. Let's go and create a new folder. We'll call it GFX, and we'll need to, inside of it, create a new one called leaders. And let's go to the vanilla files actually. Go to GFX, go to leaders, and copy over the whole France folder. We'll need the whole France folder so we don't overwrite it. I don't want to overwrite the vanilla files. I want these portraits to be here, but also our epic new port. So let's paste our from the tool. From the tool, we downloaded these and we paste them here. Now, onto the GFX file that shows the game where to find the GFX. So, currently our GFX is in GFX, leaders, friends, but the game has no idea how to find them. So we need to create a new folder, call it interface. We go inside this new folder called interface, and here copy it over from vanilla. You see this random portrait GFX? We can take any .gfx file and paste it over here. We go inside, and this is how a GFX file usually looks. We need to obviously rename it. For example, now we re-enter the file and copy over from our tool the GFX. We go in the code. We delete everything and we paste in our okay, we need the sprite types block. This is you need to make sure everything is in this sprite types block. By the way, this tells the game where the images actually are. Now we need the characters to actually be recruited. So here there are the recruit characters lines. We will need to add them. We will need to add them to the France history file. So let's go here. Let's create a new folder. Call it history. Go inside of it. Create a countries folder. Let's go to the vanilla files. We are in the vanilla files right now. We go to history, countries, type in France, and we copy this from vanilla over to our mod, except we're going to obviously change it a little bit. So let's scroll down. This is the France vanilla file that we have copied over to our mod. And here, before all of the other characters, all the other leaders, we add our leaders, you know, so they appear first in the priority. Their priority is higher than these guys. And let's press save. Perfect. Now every single character would appear in game except this guy, because we gave him a new ideology that we haven't defined yet. I'll show you how to define the ideology in just a second, but before we need the names to look cool, because right now the names in game would look like this, but we need them to look like this. So how we do that? We need localization. So we copy this, and now this is very important. We go to the base game files. We find the localization folder. Well, okay, let's create, okay. We go to our mods files, and we create a localization folder. And we go inside of it, make an English folder. We go inside the English folder, and here are the base game files. Hearts of Iron 4, localization, English. We need to copy any of these files over to our mod. Let's do this, any of these files. And now we rename it, and we go inside of it. Here we delete everything and we paste, never mind, here we delete everything except this top line, and we paste in this. We need it to look exactly like this. We need L English, we need the people's names, and we need the encoding to be UTF-8 with bomb. This is very important. The encoding has to be this, otherwise it will not work. Now we save this and we exit. Let's add the new sub-ideology. So here is how it looks. We could paste it inside, or we can just take the whole file. Let's see the whole file. Where we have it, we'll need to check if it is added, and yes, it is added actually. So we copy this, we go to our mod, common, ideologies, we make an ideologies folder, we go to vanilla, we go to common, ideologies, and we copy over this file. We copy over this file 00 ideologies, we go inside of it, Control A to select everything, delete it, and replace it with the epic ideologies that our mod has provided. These are the all of the vanilla ideologies with our epic ideology added here. Well, adding an ideology is very easy. You just do this. For example, I want to add a new ideology. I do this, but I mean, the tool can do it for you, so why bother? So now we will launch the game to test it out. Moment of truth. Let's go in game. And this is France. Yes, let's go. It's Cool Guy. Cool Guy is the leader of France currently. Now, why the image looks like that is because the image we downloaded was just a placeholder that still is using this placeholder. Now, we would need to change the actual DDS files. I'll show you how to do that too. So, we are back on our mod. We go to GFX, leaders, France, and these are our guys. Let's see, this is the cool guy, this is the guy that actually appears, and let's add a portrait for him. So if you actually went to my tool, you will see this in the output files, portrait backgrounds here. Here we get the portrait backgrounds. Let's go. Here we can see portrait temples, leader portrait background. This is the background. Let's download it. Now what we do is very easy. We drag this into paint.net. We press open, Ctrl C, go back to this file, Ctrl V, save. Make sure this is the settings. I don't know how your settings look. They should look like this. Untick this. This should not be ticked. This should be ARR8, G8, whatever. This should be that. And now this would appear in game. Now you obviously probably want like an actual leader, so I'll give you one. So these are some random guys from a mod I made. I really like this portrait. We copy this, we paste it here. Perfect, save. This is just a random leader portrait. We paste it here, we save. And now let's go in game and check. Alright, we're loading in. And now, as you can see, when we go in game, This is the leader of France, our cool guy. And I actually got the tool pack mod, installed it, you know, so I can quickly change the ideologies. So you'll see how the other guys look. Obviously, we didn't change their portraits. So here, our custom color, as you can see, all our people, correct names, correct everything. See, this is our king. This is our democratic guy, cool guy. This is the communist guy. And this is our epic guy, the fascist leader. And this is actually our custom ideology with our custom color. Now, as you can see, this color is custom. This is how it looks usually, and this is how it looks. We made it a bit more, you know, ominous, you know, because this is the big guy, but this is his son, you know, so he's even more, you know, ominous or whatever. Anyways, so yeah,